Hey, this is DJ Vinyl Vertigo. Welcome to my channel. And it's Saturday afternoon. I'm in the middle of my radio station's fundraiser, so I'm actually doing a lot of stuff around the house before I go over to the station. So I've been doing a lot of work around here, things I haven't been able to do, like clean my, vacuum out the stuff from my AC and laundry and just stuff around the house, cleaning the filters in my AC and just a lot of stuff. But also listening to music while I'm doing that. So that's why I said I was doing all this work, because I was listening to music while I was doing it, which was great, has been great. And I'm going to work out in a little while before I go to the station. But first, I want to speak to you, because I just want to show you some stuff that I've gotten recently in 2026. I've been trying not to buy too many things, because Record Store Day's coming up and there's a lot of stuff that I'm really interested in. So I'm trying to save my little nickels and dimes for that. My coins, I should say. But I got some things in the mail that I had pre-ordered a while back. So I'm going to show you those. I don't know if I showed this already, but I'm going to show it again if I haven't. This is a band that I really, really love. And I've been starting to pick up their stuff on vinyl. I have the stuff on CD. It's a duo that I've been pushing for a while now, Penny and Sparrow. They have a new release on 30 Tigers called Lefty, and it's really, really good. It's a double disc vinyl set, and it's got a gatefold, and it's got a couple of guests on here. They haven't had guests on other records of theirs, so I haven't listened to all of it, but one of my favorite songs on here right now is French Braid. I really, really love that, and Alphabet's another one on here. If you're wondering what kind of music, they're kind of like modern, uh, modern folk Americana, but with a soul feel to them, because they're very, very soulful singers. Or the main singer is definitely, it just has a beautiful, beautiful voice, and they kind of remind me of, like, say if Simon and Garfunkel got a little more soulful. You know what I mean? There's them on the back, Penny and Sparrow, and yeah, they're really, really good. This is them on stage. You can see that jumping up and down. They're from out west. They're really cool, and the vinyl is black vinyl. Really nice stuff. It's Andy Baxter and Kyle Janke. That's who they are, and Andy Baxter is like the main vocalist. They harmonize beautifully, but Andy Baxter does a lot of the leads, and just amazing, amazing. And Kyle Janke plays guitar, and Andy Baxter's the one with the glasses, Anyway, so really great record. I have to listen to it some more to give you more. I might do a review of this, because I love them so much. Penny and Sparrow, Lefty, just recently released, and love their stuff. It's just beautiful music. They actually, one of their albums was in my video about the most beautiful music, right? Another thing I got in the mail was a Rhino release, and this is Squeeze, classic record called Play. This is phenomenal. It's also a double record. Has a nice little booklet inside, a little pamphlet inside. Not really a booklet, but this is a really great album by them, Squeeze. If you haven't heard this one, you gotta check it out. Satisfied is a great song on here. The Day I Get Home, House of Love, Cupid's Toys, Sunday Street, Wicked and Cruel. Oh, I love Wicked and Cruel. Great song. Laughing in My Sleep. Really good stuff on here. Bruce Hornsby on here. Bruce Hornsby is on this record. He plays accordion. Steve Naive is on here playing piano and organ and harpsichord. It's just really good. Tony Berg plays guitars and keyboards, and there's many, many others on this record. And this record was originally done in 1991, and this is a 2026 reissue of Play. Really like this. The critically acclaimed album remastered, now on LP for the first time in the US. So I think this is going to sell out. So if you want to get a copy of this, I'd suggest you hurry on up, baby, because I think this is going to be gone. But I had to get my copy. I know Rob the Wax got his copy because we talked about it. He said he was ordering his, so I'm sure he got his by now. And I was really surprised that the Wax likes Squeeze. I don't know why. I don't know. He just didn't seem like a Squeeze guy, but I guess he is. I know he hates Lumineers. He made it very clear. Anyway, next up, in the mail, I got this. This was, I can't think of his name right now. Damn it. I'll put it in the comment section. I'll also put his page in the comment section when I remember. But I was watching, what was it? Was it Northern Revolutions? No, it was Concert Buddies feed. I think it was his, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was, yeah, it was his, it had to be his stream that he does weekly with his buddies. And one of the guys on there, I can't think of his, I think his name's Chris. Anyway, he suggested to me specifically, to pick up this record, and I did order it. Relic Sessions by recorded live at the Relic Studios, 3/14/2022. Eric Krasno and Friends, featuring Eric Finland on keyboards, Eric Krasno on vocals and guitar, Ben Marino on drums and backing vocals, James Casey on saxophone, and from what I understand, James Casey has passed away. But this is, kind of a great record to check him out on. And it's not a gatefold, unfortunately, but it's a double record as well. And I think the vinyl is colored. Yeah. It's really nice. It's pretty nice. It's kind of a plummish kind of color. I really dig Eric Krasno. I love Soul Live. He was also in Lettuce when Lettuce first got together. He was one of the original founding members of Lettuce. And so I'm gonna dig him. I recently had picked up this other record by him last year, the Krasno Moore project. Where he does covers. He does covers with the drummer Stanton Moore, and this is really good. But that's not one of the ones I got this year. That's from last year. This is from this year, the Relic Sections. Very similar to it's kind of funk jazz. Soul funk jazz kind of thing, jammy, kind of like Lettuce and Orgone and Surefire, Soul Ensemble, that kind of stuff. So Snarky Puppy, those kind of bands. So this is if that's up your alley, you definitely. And this is a limited run as well, so I wanted to get it as soon as possible. With that in my package, I got this, another band just like that, the New Master Sounds. Love that cover, huh? And this is called Kev Darch Presents the New Master Sounds. I haven't heard this one yet. This one came out in 2001 originally, and this is the red variant that came out in 2020. So this is a remaster. This is a reissue of the original on Color Red Records, and I haven't listened to this yet, so I can't give you any decision on this, but I know I'm going to love it, so it's my kind of stuff. So there's another band that I really like that's like that, and and I think I talked about that. Dr. Bionic is another band that I really, really dig. I love that kind of jammy, soulful stuff, Okay. The last thing I got in the mail is something that I've been looking for, and I finally found it at a pretty reasonable price. It's an OJ out. The OJ's records are really easy to find for the most part, and they're relatively inexpensive. But this one album that I absolutely adore, and it brings back a lot of memories of my childhood and close friends that I had back when I was a kid in the projects, and specifically one friend of mine named Darren Jones. He and I used to listen to this record together all the time. We had like a passion for this album, and I always think of him when I when I listened to this record, and I always had it on CD all my life. You know, I used to have it on vinyl, but I guess I lost it. My New York transition to Florida, but it is a We Are Vinyl reissue of the OJ's Ship Ahoy. This is a classic. This has a song that was used by you know who for his show The Apprentice, For the Love of Money. But we won't go down that road because it's still a great song, and I'm divorcing that song from the memory of that idiot. For the Love of Money is a great song used for the purpose of a TV show that we will not mention. But it opens with Put Your Hands Together, which is such a great, rousing beginning. Ship Ahoy, which is kind of it's kind of code for slave ships, the slave trade, and you can see the slaves under the water there. You can see the slaves right here. That OJ's always had OJ's of all the soul groups from the Philadelphia Sound. They really were topical. They were really social. They tended to be slightly political, but they did it in a way where people just enjoyed the music and still learned a little something. You know what I mean? And had a little kinship with them as African Americans. I just think that these guys did a great job with this album and with all of their albums. But this in particular, to me, is one of their classics. Has This Air I Breathe is great. You Got Your Hooks on Me. Now That We Found Love, everybody knows that song. Now that we found love, what are we gonna do with it? Don't Call Me Brother. And People Keep Telling Me. Oh, yeah. Great album. It's a perfect record. Every song is great on this record. And again, if you want to get this record, I suggest you go and look it up, Google it, and order a copy of this, because you won't see this in the bins. You won't see this in the used sections. I don't think you will. But if you do, good, great for you. I mean, I just have not been able to find it, no matter where I've gone. So I had to get a fresh copy. I'm glad to get a fresh copy of this. So, the OJ's Ship Ahoy. Now, that's all I got in the mail. The rest of these I got in a store. Got it at Bananas Records. And I'm going to hold the best for last. I got The Moments. This is a great record. This is The Moments is called Look at Me. Look at me, I'm in love. It also has the song Girls on it. It also has the French version of Girls and the French version of Look at Me. They sing it in French. Really cool. This has happened a lot in the 70s. A lot of shirtless guys in the 70s. For some reason, that was like Vogue back in the day. Very sexy cover. This is The Moments. They were really good. Really great guys. Really great singers. Great harmonies. They actually changed their name to Ray Goodman and Brown, if you remember that later on. Yeah. The Moments. Classic record. This is if you get any Moments records, this is the one to get. Look at Me. Yeah. So I'm glad, and it has the printed on hype. It's not a sticker, it's a hype I guess a hype print. I don't know if you call that a hype sticker, because it's not a sticker. But yeah. And it says, this album contains French versions of Girls and Look at Me. All right, what else did I get in the store? I got this other one that I love the cover because it's from the movie. But this is Oscar Peterson, great pianist. This is on Verve. This is West Side Story. This is selections of songs from West Side Story. He does Something's Coming, Somewhere, Jet Song, Tonight, Maria, I Feel Pretty, and then Reprise. And this was recorded in New York City, January 24th and 25th, 1962. I was a year old, I guess. And recording engineer Bob Simpson, Oscar Peterson on piano, Ray Brown on bass, and Ed Thigpen on drums. Fantastic. Fantastic. You would think it would sound cheesy, but the way he jazzes up these songs, oh man, it's so good. This is West Side Story, Oscar Peterson. I love the shiny cover. It's really good cardstock, tip-on jacket. It's really great. Yeah. And so that's good. And then this is what I was just listening to. I'd never really knew this record, but I saw it before and I said, let me pick it up now. This is a promo copy, and this is Art Pepper's One September Afternoon. And for the most part, whenever I see a Art Pepper, I feel like it's worth picking up because his playing is so warm and lovely. I just think he had a lovely way of playing on saxophone, alto sax. Sandy Cowell on piano, Howard Roberts on guitar for Mr. Big and Brazil Only, Cecil McBee on bass, and Carl Burnett on drums. And yeah, it's really really good. And the songs are all done by Art Pepper wrote two of the pieces on here, Mr. Big Falls, his G.H. Hand, and also he composed a Melalev, which is on side 2. Stanley Cowell did Goodbye Again. He wrote Goodbye Again. Ari Barroso, who was not on this album, but Ari Barroso wrote Brazil. Of course, that's an older tune. And Gordon Warren did more. There will never be another you. Cecil McBee wrote Close to You Alone, and it's just a beautiful record. Let's see. It's produced by Ed Michel. There's the cover. There's people on the beach there. Yeah, it's really good. Really good record. I really enjoyed this, and I'm gonna play this again tomorrow when I'm doing some more work around the house. I'm gonna keep this out and play it again. And then finally, the final record of my recent finds. I'll do this later. This record I've wanted to have on vinyl forever. I don't think I ever had it on vinyl. I had it on CD. I had compilations that have the hit song that I love on CD, and I have other records of theirs and also 12-inch singles of theirs, but I'd never had this on vinyl, and now I do, and it's a first press. It's in really great condition. The cover's a little ratty on the edges, but it still has the shrink and also the hype sticker on it. And again, it is a first press, and it's in the record's in VG Plus condition, so there's no skips, there's no crackling. It's beautiful, and for a soul record or funk record, that's really hard to find, especially a first press. And it is Mtume, Juicy Fruit, one of the most iconic funk songs, slow funk songs in history, in my opinion, and also the most daring thing on the radio at that time. When this woman, Tawatha Agee, incredible singer, I actually know her. She's amazing. When she sings "I'll Be Your Lollipop, You Can Lick Me Everywhere," that was on the radio. Yeah, and this is in the '70s. You know, most people can't get away with things like that. I mean, believe it or not, that's tame compared to what is on the radio today. But back in the day, that was like, wow, I'll be your lollipop, you can lick me everywhere. And let your imagination fly. Really great. This is a great funk record. Has Green Light on here, Ready for Your Love, Hip Dip Skip the Beat, and then the big hit single, Juicy Fruit. One of their biggest singles that they have ever had, other than You, Me, and He, and a couple of others. But and Tawatha Agee, you've seen, she sings backup. She still does backup vocals for everyone. She's most notable for Brian Ferry albums. She's on almost every one of his solo albums. She sings backup beautifully for him, and she's just a great singer. She's an incredible voice, and yeah, this is a great album, great funk record from back in the '70s, and yeah. Actually, no, not the '70s, from the '80s, early '80s, '83, excuse me. I thought it was the '70s, it's '83. But yeah, great record. Can't say enough about this, and it's worth it even for just the one song, Juicy Fruit. There she is again, and that's Mtume right there. That's him with the purple jacket on. Yeah, this is a great album. I'm so glad to have this. I will treasure this, and I will play the crap out of it. I'll be very careful though. Anyway, that's it. That's all I have to share with you today. Hopefully, I won't have much more to share with you regarding new stuff until Record Store Day comes in a couple months. So In the meantime, keep listening to great music and have a beautiful, wonderful day. And I'll see you on one of the streams maybe. And that's it. Take care, guys. See you later.